Hey guys, it's Kang,
And I'm the Boimler.
and this is Deck Check. Today we're just going to be looking at some of the Guilty Gear early reveals. We just want to say our opinions on what cards we think are super good and what cards we think are like potentially good, depending on what their character does. Starting us off today, we're going to be talking about a Kai Kisuke Foundation called Heaven or Hell. Heaven or Hell has very good abilities, with the first one being very reminiscent of a errata card called Combined Firepower, and then the second one just being able to like pick up any copy of a card from your discard if you revealed that card from your hand. This card is pretty good for OTK decks on fire. Just the ability, like the second ability, like if you reveal an attack and then you have the attack in your discard, you can just pick it back up. That's pretty broken. And also, if you mill 5, you get +1/+1 for each attack milled this way. That's also pretty good. The thing that I really think holds this card back is it's a 3 difficulty foundation. Meaning, if you play too many of these, your turn 1 build might be really inconsistent. In addition to that, you do have to sacrifice the foundation to even trigger those abilities, or trigger one of the abilities, with the conditional that if you added 2 cards to your momentum this turn, you can choose both of them. What we think this card will be good for is it will probably be really good for Kai because it is his UR, but our theory is that Kai will be a like super efficient momentum gain deck.
The card is just good for OTK, bro. Like just it's also good for like if you're playing on order, you can play Runaway or just any action ever and like reveal a Runaway from your hand and then pick one up from your discard and just tell your opponent like, hey, you should play one attack and I'm gonna run away it and just kind of screw up your turn.
Yeah. Uh, for the next card we're gonna be looking at today is Let's Rock, and I'm gonna let Nolan start with this one.
So this card, it's pretty interesting because we haven't really seen this character being revealed, and the card is really good. Just reading it out loud, it seems very good, but it's also very niche. It's one of those cards you want to have like 2 to 3 copies of it in a deck. You don't want to rely on it. One of the characters that I've seen in the past that does super well with this card is Suzuki. Suzuki has all and chaos, and he has an enhance that just says discard 1 card, draw 1 card. So having this in Suzuki can give him potentially more, like just a momentum buff, as well as any card on Chaos. This is really good if you're playing like discard with it. So things like Horrifying Realization, or I believe the Mount Lady 6 diff attack that says discard review 3, draw 3. This card can do you can just respond to get momentum. It helps Godzilla, which is number 1 in format. It's a very
Yeah.
interesting card, but it's
Besides like Suzuki and Godzilla, of course, I can also see this card being quite good and quite relevant in decks like the newest Annie from AOT3. I can also see this being good in Sasha, and I can just like those two, and then like Suzuki and Godzilla will probably like eat this card up the second the set drops. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let Nolan explain to y'all the new mechanic Roman cancel.
Roman Cancel is a new type of card. It's the first card type called Token. Token is a card that is not in your deck at the beginning of the game. You just reveal it, and if you play an attack that has the Tension Blitz, add the Roman Cancel from the outside of the game to your momentum. Once it's in the momentum, you can play any of its abilities, which the abilities are nicknamed red, purple, yellow, and blue. I'm gonna let King have it with the abilities.
Yeah, so let's start with the most underwhelming ability, in my opinion, Red. So Red just says enhance, remove, change the zone of this attack. While that's pretty good, and you can secure games with it by changing like their high block, like if you know they have a high block to like a low attack. When you look at it like from the bubble it's in compared to the other 3 abilities, it's kind of not that great. The second one, purple, says response, remove, spend 1 momentum. After your blocked attack resolves, clear from your card pool and draw a card. This is pretty good because you basically get a free poke on your attack. If they take it, cool. If they block it, you can clear it, and then you get another card that potentially could be another attack. You get like a whole. You basically get 1 free attack. The third one, yellow, says response, remove, spend 1 momentum before you take damage from an unblocked attack. Change that attack's damage to 3. this, in my opinion, is the most broken out of like all of the Roman cancel abilities. Just because the ability to like manipulate damage, but like between stages in the game like that is so incredibly powerful. And then making the damage 3 is just like really good in my opinion. Like that ability is a better version of a card called Jeffrey or Referee Jury. And then the last ability, Blue, says form, remove, freeze one, revival foundation. In a meta right now where unique foundations and cards like Moment of Normalcy are kind of everywhere, having a ability to like form, remove, freeze a foundation is super duper strong. Because not only does it like make you not have to worry about that foundation if you're going for the kill, but it also stunts your opponent for one foundation on their attack turn. All right. For this next attack, I'm gonna let Nolan take the ropes with it because this is his favorite character.
Yes, we got Faust. Faust. He's my favorite. He's the lanky doctor dude. It's called What Could This Be? And it is a tension attack with a tension blitz, and it also has a unique blitz. It's a very underwhelming attack. Obviously, this thing is probably just only used for tension, but the blitz says use the effect below that matches the card type you checked to play the attack. If it was an attack, it gets 2 speed. If it was a foundation, it gets 2 damage, and then all other types, you draw 1 card. It's not really that good. It's very interesting. The reason it's not good is just because it's a 2 mid 4, and it's the stats that it gets are completely random unless you're playing a character that knows what the top card of your deck is going to be. It's mainly used for tension, so you can grab the Roman cancel and add it to your momentum. But I just like this card because it basically guarantees that Faust is going to be in the set. So, go Faust.
We don't quite know if Faust is gonna be in the set yet. That is not us saying that Faust will be in the set, but it's a pretty big possibility. Um, this card, like Nolan said, is underwhelming. I mean, the draw power is nice, but the unconditionally inconsistent stat buffs is not really great. The only thing that this card has for it, like Nolan said, is probably tension, and maybe it's a 1 high block. That's probably it. This next card we're looking at is going to be Sepultura. It's a Giovanna card, and just like the last card, it does have tension, so you can mess with the Roman cancel token, and that is super duper strong. This card, in my opinion, is one of the better ones. Not the best reveal we got so far, but definitely one of the better ones. It says Blitz. If you have 2 or more momentum, this attack gets +3 damage. And if you think about it, you really only need 1 momentum because the Roman cancel off tension will be one of your other momentum. It's a 4 high 5, and it's on Earth Attune. Like, there's a lot of things on Earth Attune that can like buff the damage quite a bit, and then giving it an additional 3 damage is very strong. If you play Godzilla with this card, you can give it basically +6 damage, making it a 4 high 11 damage attack before the enhanced app even begins. But this card is overall just like, it's pretty solid. You're playing it for tension, of course, but it has good stats, good blitz. It's on a really good symbol, and having a low block is always nice to fix your ratios. All right, I'm gonna let Nolan take this last attack over.
Yes, my other favorite character, Gold Lewis. So this attack is called Behemoth Typhoon. In my opinion, this is the best attack that has been revealed from the set yet. It's a charge and a slam, and it's on Order Attuned with a 0 high block, which is just really good off the bat. It has tension, and it has a response that says after you commit 3 or more cards to pass the check to play this card, your rival commits 2 foundations. So, just immediately thinking off the bat, if you play this as your first attack during your turn and you check a 3, you can just make your opponent commit 2 before the attack is even in the blitz step. It's a 5 high for 7 damage, and it also will add a Roman cancel to your momentum with the tension. Only thing bad about it is that it's a 6 difficulty, but that kind of plays into its response. So ultimately, I think this card is definitely one of the best attacks revealed. And yeah, Gold Lewis is cool. Heck yeah.
I think this is actually the best attack to be revealed. I mean, like, it doesn't have stun 2, but like it kind of does have a pseudo stun too, in a way where like if you do check a 3 against this, so like let's say you play as your first attack, you check a 3, okay, you have to commit 2, and then off you committing 2 response, they have to commit, or sorry, if you check a 3 then you commit 3, off a response your opponent has to commit 2. So it does have a pseudo stun 2 in that way, in addition to not only you making them commit 2, its face stats are 5 high 7. And if you do check a 3 and your opponent does have to commit 2 cards, it becomes kind of +2 speed in a way. So it does just become a 7 high 7 in a way. And just those printed stats are like some big chunky like Attack on Titan level numbers. Like this attack is just kind of nuts.
One thing I wanted to add.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I wanted to add about Behemoth Typhoon. Just something that no one probably is thinking about this card is after you block with it, if you commit 3 cards to block with it, you can also use the response to screw up their turn by making them commit 2.
True.
So it's definitely a card just by itself, a 0 high block, and so it's just easy.
Yeah, true. And it's an uncommon, so it won't be too hard to get your hands on.
Exactly.
All right, for this last card, okay, I'm gonna be just straight up from the start. This is probably the worst card revealed. Like, of course, like we don't know what Jacko does. Maybe she's like the new Koji, you know. Maybe she plays a bunch of ally stuff, but this card is way over. Like it's super duper underwhelming in my opinion. It's a 4-diff with printed 3/3, which is kind of whatever, and the blitz just says if you have another ally card in your card pool, draw a card. I mean, it's fine. It's just fine. We don't know what Jacko does, so maybe she can buff it, but like, I don't know. This card doesn't seem very saucy to me personally. How about you, Nolan?
The only reason it's good is because it has tension. I have a weird feeling that they're gonna give tension to like only like up to 10 cards in this entire set. So it's gonna make like the tension keyword like a good keyword to have. So that's why I think this card might be good, but ultimately everything else about it besides tension sucks.
Yeah, unfortunately, this card is just, you know, they can't reveal all the good stuff, right? They gotta reveal some filler, you know. Well, thanks for watching, y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss one of our videos. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Combat Power Gaming. You can see their QR code down below. That's going to be their link to their TCG player. Buy your singles from them. They have good pricing. They don't gouge. And we'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you for watching.